الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء بين الطاهرين المعصومين، سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر، روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، ربي زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, can everyone hear me loud and clearly?
Alaikum assalam. Yes.
Right, so alaikum assalam, where did we reach last lesson? So where did we reach last lesson?
We finished the lesson and we need to do exercises.
We finished lesson number
9.
This is the lesson, and now is the exercises. Right. Can I request, Sister, you're on the mic, Sister Farhana, can you start with the first exercise, please?
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Answer the following questions. Number 1. كم طالبا وجد المدرس في الفصل? How many students the teacher found in the class?
Yep.
وجد المدرس 15 طالبا في الفصل.
Excellent. So وجد المدرس في الفصل 15 طالبا. Translation will be?
The teacher found 15 students in the class.
Right.
So the fil fasla should be first.
So so you was answer you take the answer from the question. وجد المدرس في الفصل 15.
Okay, that's fine. Number 2. لما ذهب الطلاب الجدد إلى المدير? Why did the students go to the principal?
Yep. ذهب الجدد إلى المدير لأنهم
ما وجدهم أسماءهم في القائمة.
أحسنت. لأنهم, because we're talking about them, لأنهم ما وجدوا, they did not find أسماءهم في القائمة. So at the moment we're talking in the plural of نحن ذهبنا إليه لأننا ما وجدنا أسماءنا في القائمة. We will change this to the third person. So what would be, Sister Farhana? لأنهم
ما وجدوا
Yep, ما
وجدوهم. Yeah.
No, just ما وجدوا.
ما وجدوا أسماءهم في القائمة.
Correct. So that is the way you will answer it. That is the correct way. لأنهم ما وجدوا, they did not find their names. أسماءهم في القائمة. Correct.
Number 3. من خلقنا الله. Who created us? Allah created us. من خلق القمر. Who created the moon? خلقه الله. Allah created it. من خلق الشمس خلقها الله.
Excellent. Jazakallah.
Allah created it.
Allah created it. Can you choose the next student to come on the mic, please?
Sister Huma Zaidi.
Sister Huma Zaidi.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. From Man Khalaqa Qamara? No, okay.
Man Khalaqa Najuma.
Man Khalaqa Najuma.
Najuma.
Khalaqa al-Najuma Allahu.
So you could say, this one here, you could say you say Allah first, then an-nujuma after. Khalaqallahu an-najuma.
Allahu al-najuma.
Correct.
Mimma khalaqa Allahu al-insana.
Al-insana.
From what did God create human?
Correct.
Khalaqallahu at-tino.
No, khalaqallahu al-insana. So look at this
At-tin.
answer. Min tin. You say from the clay. You say min tinin.
Min tinin.
Yeah. Min tinin.
Khalaqallahu al-insana min tinin.
Correct.
Mimma khalaqal janna. From what did God create jinns?
Correct.
Khalaqallahu
Al-Jannah.
al-janna min
From fire.
al-nar.
Min an-nar. Excellent.
Kam asma'un khalaqallahu.
Kam sama'an.
Kam sama'an khalaqallaha. How many
Khalaqallahu.
khalaqallahu? How many skies or heavens did God create?
Correct.
Khalaqallahu asma'a.
No, sab'a. Say seven first.
Sab'a asma'an.
No. What's the plural of sama? Samawat.
Samawatun.
Samawatin.
Samawatin.
Correct.
Fi kam yawmin khalaqallahu samawati wal arza.
Excellent.
How many days did God create the skies or the heavens and the earth?
Correct. 6 days.
Yawma.
No, khalaq is no. So you can say
Khalaqallahu as-samawati wal arzi minal.
no fi. And
Okay. Fi sittati ayamin.
fi sittati ayamin. Ahsanti. Thank you. And can I request next on the mic, Sister Bunisa? Alaikum salam. Can you do the next exercise, please? Number 2.
Number 2 is هذه العلامة.
No. This one here. Ana khairun minhu.
أنا خير منه. أنا خير منه. خلقتني من النار وخلقته من طين. من قال هذا؟ قال هذا إبليس.
قال الإبليس هذه الآية.
ولمن قال هذا لله. قال هذا لله. ولمن.
Yeah. Correct. قال, you say this is the English translation. Iblis said this
said
to Allah. To Allah.
Yeah, Iblis said to Allah.
No, say in Arabic. قال إبليس هذا
لله.
هذا لله. Excellent.
أي سورة هذه الآية؟ في هذه الآية من
No, not في هذا. You will say this ayah is from هذه الآية.
هذه الآية
So هذه الآية it's
في سورة الأعراف.
في سورة الأعراف. Correct. Or you could say min في سورة الأعراف. Yeah, في سورة الأعراف is fine. That's fine. Right. Just and what's the next one? ضع هذه العلامة أمام الجمل الصحيحة وهذه العلامة أمام الجملة التي ليست صحيحة. So these are 4 sentences which
Yes.
you need to write, which one is the correct one and which is the wrong one. Go ahead.
Mark the correct statements with this tick and the incorrect ones with the cross. So first, At-tulabul jududu khamsata ashara. The new students are 15. That is wrong. At-tulabul jududu khamsatun.
No, it's right. دخل المدرس والفصل وجد فيه 15 طالبا. Sorry. أين طلاب الجدد خمس? You're right. Yes, it's 5 new students.
Yeah, they were At-tulabul jududu khamsat.
Correct.
Abdul Rahmani ma fahima ma'ana salasi kalimatin. Abdullah did not understand the three words.
Correct.
It is right.
Correct. That's correct answer.
Sa'ala Faisalul Mudarrisa ma jama'u samai. The Faisal asked the teacher, what is the plural of sama? That is wrong.
Mhm.
Al-Hasanu Kala. Al-Hasanu Kala. Not Faisal.
Right.
Katabal Mudarrisu Darsa ala Saburati.
Correct.
The teacher wrote the lesson on the blackboard, and that is right.
Correct. Jazakallah. Can you choose the next student? Come on the mic, please.
Sure. Dr. Mustafa Rahim.
I think Dr. Mustafa is going to find this difficult because he hasn't done this lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sabira Kanji.
أتينا من الماء ومن التراب الماء.
Inshallah. Okay, go ahead, Doctor. If you're ready for it, go ahead.
Yeah. عاد من رجع معنى رجع عاد.
Correct.
جد أبو أمي وأبي.
Ahsant. To the next one, number 5. Yes, number 5.
اقرأ المثال ثم أكمل ما يلي عليه غراري. Read the example and fill in the blanks with suitable words. عاصمة سؤال سوداني خرطوم. It means the capital of Sudan is Khartoum, which is correct. And Al-Iraq, Al-Isamatul Iraqi huwa
No. Asimatul. No, Doctor. Asimatul Iraqi Baghdad.
Iraq huwa Baghdad.
Huwa al-Baghdad. That's correct.
And Al-Mamlakatil Arabiyya Su'ad, Al-Asimatul Mamlakatil Arabiyya Su'ad huwa Riyadh.
So Asimatul Mamlakat al-Arabiyyah al-Saudiya al-Riyadh.
Riyadh.
Correct.
اليماني من اليمن. العاصمة عاصمة اليماني هو السنة.
Correct. Yep. Asimatul Yaman, Sana. Correct.
سنة. عاصمة مصر هو القاهرة. القاهرة.
Yeah, Al-Qahira. Correct. Ahsantum, Doctor. MashaAllah.
أحسنت.
Jazakallah. Sister, let's bring Sister Sabira Kanji, and then inshallah we get another chance on everything, inshallah. So Sister Sabira, can you do the next exercise, please?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. So rewrite the following sentences using the fi'l ta'ajjub as shown in the example. So hadha rajulu tawilun. So this man is tall, and then you put it on the pattern of ma af'ala hadha rajula. So you change the word tawil at the end on the pattern of af'ala. atwala. And هذا البيت كبير, and you bring the word kabirun in the beginning and say ma akbara هذا البيت. And then هذه السيارة, this car is beautiful. You bring the word jamil in front of هذه السيارة and say ma ajmala, how beautiful is this car, هذه السيارة. Go ahead.
So هذا الماء بارد.
So bring ma in the beginning.
ما أبرد
Abrada. Yep.
هذا الماء.
هذا الماء.
هذا الماء.
Yeah, so it changes to a fatha because it becomes the object of ajmala, akbara, and atwala.
Yeah, okay.
Continue.
One, النجوم جميلة. The stars are beautiful. ما أجمل هذا النجوم.
So you could sit here. You can say ma ajmala an najuma because there's no hadihi here. So you can say ma ajmala an najuma.
Okay, so I don't have to put هذا in it.
No, there's no hada. There's no need.
Okay. هذا القلم رخيص. This pen is cheap.
Yep.
ما أرخص ما أرخص هذا القلم.
Excellent.
اللغة العربية سهلة. The Arabic language is easy. So ما أسهل اللغة العربية.
اللغة العربية, correct.
النجوم كثيرة. The stars are many. أكثر
ما أكثر.
sorry ما أكثر ما أكثر النجوم.
ما أكثر النجوم, correct.
Okay. اللبن حسن. Is it the milk is good?
Yes.
ما أحسن اللبن.
Correct.
Okay. هذه السيارة سريعة. So this car is سريعة.
Fast, swift, quick.
Quick. Yeah, of course, quick. This car is quick or fast. ما أسرع السيارة.
هذه no, because
هذه
هذه.
السيارة.
Correct.
Yeah. القمر جميل. The moon is beautiful. ما أجمل القمر.
Correct.
هذا القميص واسخ. So this shirt is dirty.
Yep.
Okay. ما أوسخ القميص.
هذا القميص.
هذا القميص. Okay. هذا الفصل نظيف. This classroom is clean. ما أنظف هذا الفصل.
جزاك الله. Thank you. So over here, I'll just go through this myself, and then I'll bring someone else on question part number 8. Now, this exercise here is teaching us one thing. So, ya in the Arabic language, it's called the particle of munada. Munada means vocative particle. So, whenever a proper noun comes after ya, so it loses its tanween. So, ya Muhammadun becomes ya Muhammadu. Hamidun becomes ya Hamidu. Ustadun becomes ya Ustadu. This is ruling. And the next ruling we're going to learn is that whenever a word is mudaf and mudaf ilay, for example, Ukhtu Hamidin. I'm going to ask this question to Brother Sajid Kazmi. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Sajid.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you guys?
Alhamdulillah. So Ukhtu Hamidin. What will be the translation of Ukhtu Hamidin?
Ukhtu Hamidin, sister of Muhammad.
Yes. So sister or Hamid's sister. Now this is mudaf ilay. So whenever a word after ya is mudaf and mudaf ilay, so originally it was ukhtu hamidin, but when ya is preceded before ukht, it loses a dhamma tanween and it becomes mansub. It becomes ya. What does it become, Sayyid?
Yeah. Ya ukhta Hamidin with fatha.
Exactly. And Abdullah becomes?
Abdullah becomes, I mean, obviously Ya Abdullah. So with fatha.
Ya Abdullah. Yes. So this is the, even in Dua Joshin, Dua Tawassul is one of the best duas. So say Ya Qurrata Aini Rasul, Ya Binta Rasulillah. So Ya Binta Rasul, not Bintu Rasulullah, Ya Binta Rasulillah. So yeah, so why? Why does it come mansub? Does anyone know? Because the reason why ya is a particle which comes in the meaning of a verb, I am calling. So ya, which means oh, it comes in the meaning ad'u. The yad'u, ad'u, I am calling. So ya in essence is in the meaning of a verb, which is I am calling. I am calling Fulan ibn Fulan. That's why ya, whatever comes after ya, if it's mudaf ilay, it loses the dhamma to a fatha itself.
Right.
So that's the reason. And
can we say it's a fa'il with a verb because I'm there?
no, it's not fa'il. The actual the fi'l itself is mahdhuf, is not mentioned, but we understand from the meaning that ya is the meaning of ana ad'u, I am calling you.
Yes.
That's right.
So Sheikhs, I'm sorry to interrupt. So
no problem.
Whoever you're calling then becomes the object and maf'ulun bihi?
Yeah, it should be an object, but because we are using ya munada, we'll call it munada. The word which comes after ya, we call it munada, the thing which is being called. And of course, we know that it's mansub mansub because it's munada, and the ya is coming in the meaning of a verb, which is ana ad'u. So everything is hidden, but we understand that ya, sometimes particles come in the meaning of verbs, and this is an example over there. Then ya Aliyo, ya Abbasu, ya Rajulo, ya Bintu, ya Sheikhu, ya Maryam, ya Abdullah. There's examples here of proper nouns losing its tanween and lose it to one dhamma. So if it's a proper noun, it loses its tanween and becomes with one dhamma. Ya Aliyo, ya Muhammad, ikfiyani fa innakuma kafiyani. So ya Abbasu, ya Rajulo, Ya Bintu, Ya Sheikhu, Ya Maryamu, Ya Abdullah. And then Ya Binta Khalidin. Bismillah, say it, continue. Ya Sa'ika.
I have a question here before we go ahead. So the first one we discussed that it has fatha on there, Ya Abdullah. Then we go down to Ya Aliyu. So can you shed a light on that bit? Why does it go with a dhamma on it?
So proper nouns which are one words like Muhammad, Hamid, they will lose its tanween and becomes Ya Muhammadu, only with one dhamma.
Okay.
But anything which is mudaf ya ukhtu Hamidin, Ya ukhtu Hamidin would lose, the ta will lose its dhamma and become a fatha, Ya ukhta Hamidin.
Okay. I get it now.
Can you say Ya Ukhtu Hamid instead of Hamidi?
No, you have to Ya Ukhta. Ya Ukhta, it has to be with mansub. The ukht has to be with a fatha. Ya Ukhtu Hamidin would be incorrect.
Hamid. Ukhta Hamid?
Yeah, Hamid's sister.
Ya Ukhta Hamid?
Ya Ukhta Hamid. Yes, that's correct, doctor. Ya Ukhta Hamid.
So
Sa'ika Sayyarati. What does that mean?
Sa'ika Sayyarati is a
Sa'ik means a driver. Oh, the driver of the car.
The driver of the car. So Sayyara is a car. Sa'ik. I didn't know this was a driver.
The word Sa'ka Yasuku means Sa'ka means he drove. Yasuku, it's seen, wow, qaf. So past tense is saqa, seen, alif, off. Seen, alif, qaf is the past tense. The present tense is yasuku, which means he is driving. On the same pattern as qala, yaqulu.
Okay. So ya sa'ik as-sayarati, I mean, ya is a, it says O, right? So
Yep.
car driver.
Yep, or car driver.
Ya Sa'ad, O mother of Sa'ad.
Yep.
Ya Abdul Rahman, O
Correct.
O Abdul Rahman. Ya Rabbal Kaaba, O the Lord of the Kaaba. Ya Imam al-Masjid.
Correct.
O Imam of Masjid. Yabni Abbas. Ya Ibn Abbas, or we can pronounce it whichever.
Yabna Abbas, correct.
Son of Abbas. Abu Bakrin, Ya Abu Bakr.
So this one here, this one I need to explain. So the word abun and akhun, I think I have done this, not with yourself, Sayyid, but I've done it with the rest of the class. There are there's 6 words in total. Abun and akhun. Abun and akhun, whenever they become mudaf, let me show you. Because this is something really important. And was it 59, page number 59?
I have lot to catch up during the month of Ramadan with this now.
No. The thing is, no. I'm going to revise the whole book again, and I'm going to I've actually, I've covered the book, but there's still a lot of things which I need to cover in the revision sessions. So I've sent the handout out in the group of the verb conjugation. So I will need to practice with everyone all of the verb conjugations in this book. And there are a few other things I didn't cover the first time around because I was feeling that it may be a bit overwhelming. So those handouts which I sent now, I'll be covering them in detail, practicing, getting yourself prepared for the next phase itself.
Inshallah.
Now, this Tasil Nahu book, if everyone could go through this, it'd be really helpful because this book is a really good book. Now, let me explain quickly. Now, as I mentioned to yourself, that nouns have 3 i'rab. Zaydun, Zaydan, and Zaydin. Correct? Everyone understand?
Yep.
Raf, Nasab, and Jar.
Yes.
Yes. Now, the word abun and akhun, they are called in Arabic, we call them al-asma' sitta al-mukabbara. That's a name which is given to them. Okay. There are 6. Yeah, there are 6 words which are abun, akhun, hamun, hanun, and famun. There are 6 words. Some say 5, some say 6. Now, what happens to these words is this. So these words, abun and akhun, they always, whenever they become mudaf and mudaf ilay, apart from my. So it says that when mudaf to any ism besides the ya dhamir. So for example, abuhu, abuha, abuka, not abi. Apart from abi, my father, not that. Hey, that's an exception. Apart from my father, any other pronoun, abuhu, abuka, abuna, and so forth, whenever you have the word abun and a pronoun,
we have said wow.
Exactly, ahsantum. We will insert a wow between them, between the ba and the kaf. And this wow is coming in the place of dhamma. So this is the sign of raf. So the wow is substituting the dhamma itself. Even though the ba has a dhamma, that ba is not the alamat al-raf. The alamat al-raf is the wow itself. Ja abuka. So if you said ja'a abuka without the wow, you're reading it incorrect. Now, in Ziyarat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, I would like to go to Ziyarat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Now, in Ziyarat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, Imam Hussain alayhi salam's title is Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah, father of the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why is Imam Hussain alayhi salam named this title? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I think Hazrat Ali Asgar's name is
Yes, yeah, that's one reason, Ali Asgar's name as well. And also the other reason that because of the sacrifice of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, he is called Sayyid al-Shuhada. Sayyid al-Shuhada, the chief of the martyrs. Without the sacrifice of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, the religion and the people who are worshipping Allah are indebted to the sacrifice of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. That's the other reason that he is called Abu Abdullah, the father of the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
In the case of like Imam Zain al-Abidin, he is the ornament of the worshippers.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. That's right. But there's other meaning as well. That how is it possible that because one of the titles of Ali Asgar is Abu Abdullah. So Abdullah al-Radhi. Ali Asgar is called Abdullah al-Radhi as well. And Imam Hussain alayhi salam is known by Abdullah al-Radhi because that was the greatest test for Imam Hussain alayhi salam on the sacrifice on the day of Ashura which he gave. Now, let's continue. So this vow, which is come between Abun and the Kaf, is the sign of Raf. So normally in Ja'a Zaydun, the Dhamma Tanween is the sign of Raf. But with these words, Abun and Akhun, the vow is the vow substitutes the Dhamma itself. And in Ra'aytu Zaydan, why is it Zaydan?
Because it's fatha of the.
It's the maf'ul.
It's maf'ul, yeah.
Now, the word abuka, if I want to say I saw your father, I will not say ra'aytu abaka. We will say ra'ay, so ahsantu, doctor. We would add an alif between the two and say ra'aytu abaka. I saw your father. So Imam Hussain alayhi salam, in our ziyarat, which we recite, we say assalamu. We didn't say assalamu alayka ya Abu Abdullah. We say assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Ya Aba Abdullah. Aba is mudaf. Abd is mudaf ilay. Abdullah. Is this clear, everyone?
So this is ism maf'ul.
Yes. Yes. Aba is maf'ul for ra'aytu, correct?
Right.
And
right.
it's also mudaf as well. It's maf'ul plus mudaf to ka. Now, in marartu bi Zaydin, because of ba, which is harf jar, the last letter is getting a kasra tanween. Now, with these words abun and akhun, when it comes when it comes in the genitive case, harf jar case, we don't put the kasra on the word marartu bi abika, but we will add a ya between the ba and the kaf and say marartu bi abika. So the ya is substituting the kasra itself. Did everyone understand that, or did I just pass it?
I've understood it. That's no problem with me.
Because of course I'll give you plenty of practice from ayat and so forth. But did everyone understand this? Sister Sabira, Sister Abu Nisa, Sister Farhana, Sister Butul, Sister Huma?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sister Sabira, quiet. When you're quiet, it worries me.
So is this ya substitute of kasra and alif substitute of fatha and waw is for
alif is fatha, correct? Dhamma.
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Is that clear, Sister Butul?
Yeah, only I have a question.
Yeah.
How will you identify what will come?
So when you're reading the text itself, if it comes, so you will need to check the text context. If it's a third person verb, dhahaba, ja'at, or those verbs, then it will come as a fa'il. And if it's a second person, verbs like I saw, you hit, then they will come as objects. So some things are common sense. That from common sense you will understand that who is the fa'il and who is the maf'ul. This is what you need to understand from the verb when it comes.
And then we can take
exactly.
accordingly. Okay.
Exactly. So normally when you read Arabic text, the harakat and the words will be there. It will just need you to understand and mention why this noun is coming as fa'il, maf'ul, or in the position of harf jar.
Okay, thank you.
Sister Sabira, is that clear or?
Yes. I mean, explain it. It's clear, but I'm sure if it comes in a sentence, I'll probably forget.
No, that's fine. I don't mind students forgetting as long as it's understood once. I can remind you several times because Arabic is one of those things. It's that you have to do a lot of exercise and practice, which will make you experts in this. So it's I don't expect everyone to become grammarians overnight. It takes time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So why I had to do the explanation? It was because of this. It was because of all of this word Abu Bakr. So Abu Bakr means the father of Bakrs. So when Abu comes, so the wow changes to Aba, Ya Aba Bakr. Is that clear now, Sayyid?
Yes.
Brilliant. Right, I want you to do 1 and 2. Read the examples, explain that, and do 1 and 2, and 3, and then I'll bring someone else on the mic.
Okay. So, okay, but read the examples and then read the words in the sound feminine plural form with the correct ending. So, ra'aytu sayaratun.
Nope.
No, ra'aytu sayaratun.
Yep, that's correct.
Then it says ra'aytu sayarat.
Yeah. So what would be the last harakat of the last word?
Because it's got ism maf'ul, right?
No, not ism maf'ul. Ism maf'ul is something else. It's maf'ul. It's maf'ul.
It's
maf'ul.
So
yeah, sayarat is maf'ul. So because it's sound feminine plural, what is the i'rab of a noun which is a sound feminine plural? In the state of raf, what is the harakat? What is the harakat in the state of nasb and jar?
In the state of jar, it's alif ta, right?
No, Sayyid. Let's go and remind yourself again. Look over here, Sayyid.
Sheikh, when you go back, I want you to analyze that sentence a little bit more because I'm a little
I'll do that. Yep, I'll do that. Look over here, Sayyid.
Okay.
Hunna muslimatun. So this is mubtada and khabar. So as you know, all mubtada, khabar, subject and predicate, they're always in the nominative case, halatul raf. Al-kitabu jamilun. Both of them have dhamma. So muslimatun will have a dhamma tanween in the state of raf.
Right.
In the state of nasab and jar, alif ta will have underneath it kasra tanween. Right. So in the state of nasab, when it comes as an object, it doesn't get a fatha tanween, it gets a kasra tanween.
Okay.
And same is the state of halatul jar, marartu bi muslimatin, it gets a kasra tanween. Now, over here now, ra'aytu sayyaratan, I saw a car. Now the word sayyaratan, the ending is ta marbuta. It's treated as a standard noun. The standard noun in the state of raf gets a dhamma tanween, in the state of nas gets a fatha tanween, in the state of jar gets a kasra tanween. However, when we go to the plural of car, sayyaratun, it's sound feminine.
Sound feminine with the jar. Tanween.
Yeah, kasra tanween. So why is it, and what position does it have in the sentence?
It's position.
So ra'aytu, what does ra'aytu mean?
Ra'aytu is fi'l, right?
Correct, fi'l, which means I saw, and who did the action?
Yes, this is fa'il and maf'ul, right?
Correct, fi'l and fa'il. Fi'l and fa'il, correct?
Yeah.
So sayyaratan is maf'ulun bihi, correct?
Correct. Sayyaratin is maf'ul bihi, correct.
Okay, so the first word, ra'aytu, has both the file and the doer.
Excellent.
The verb
correct.
and the doer. Okay,
correct.
thank you.
Sayyidina, is that clear?
Yeah.
So in the Arabic language, verbs can be of two types. A verb can have the attached pronoun as being the fa'il, and sometimes it can have a noun which comes after it, and it is the fa'il. For example, ja'a. Ja'a means he came. So in that sentence, the huwa dhamir, which is hidden in the verb ja'a, is the fa'il. But I can also say ja'a Zaydun. I will not say he came Zayd. I will say Zayd came.
Yeah, Zayd came. So fa'il and maf'ul. So that's how it,
No, ja'a Zaydun is fi'l and fa'il. Fi'l and fa'il. Zaydun. Ja'a Zaydun. Zayd came.
oh yeah. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to explain it, but only that sometimes there's attached pronouns, which are the doer of the action, and sometimes there are nouns which come after the word, which take the position of the doer itself.
Right. Okay.
Ba sa'alatil.
Sa'atil mudiratu talibata. So sa'alti is the file.
Sa'alatil mudiratu. So look at the word after the verb sa'ala. What does sa'ala mean, first of all?
Sa'ala, he asked.
Who asked?
Sa'al mudir, the teacher.
The principal, the lady principal.
Principal, lady principal. Mudiratu taliba. Principal of the student.
Okay, say no. Look at the harakat. Now we need to prepare yourself to understand the harakat. Look at a talibata. It's not a talibato, it's a talibata. Why would it come with a fatah?
Talibata. It's we've just discussed that, and talibata. So it's taken tanween because of the alif lam from there, right?
No. Why is it? Okay, the principal, the lady principal asked who? Who did she ask?
She asked the students.
The female student. So what position does the student have? Why is it coming mansub? Because it's the
Maf'ul bihi.
Maf'ul bihi, right?
Yeah. What does maf'ul bihi mean? Object. It's the object saying.
Right.
So a talibata is the object, the fatah. Whenever there is a noun which comes after a verb with a fatah or a fatah tanween, it's the object of the verb.
Right. Okay. So I think I'm gonna be struggling with these a little bit because I need to move. Work on this.
Making the mistakes is good because it revises, gives you a chance to improve. Continue. Don't worry. Sa'alatil mudiratu. So can you see?
Yeah. Sa'alatil mudiratu talibati.
Talibati. So al mudiratu has a dhamma. Sa'alat is a verb. So the female principal asked who?
It's the students, female students.
Exactly. At-talibatu is ending with alif and a flat ta. And it's coming afterwards sa'alat al-mudiratu. And it's coming as an object. Because it's a sound, feminine plural, it doesn't take a fatha in the case of when it's as an object, but it takes a kasra instead of a fatha.
Right. That's in the case of that's in the case of the
mansub.
Mansub. I think from the past how we were shown, we would show that alif ta. They were breaking into like alif ta, and that's how I'm trying to reconcile with the past and what I'm doing now. You see what I'm doing? What I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
So how we were shown that yes, if alif ta was coming, then it will be kasra, but the fatha wouldn't be there. So this is slightly trying to reconcile it in that way.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So normally the word sound feminine plural. When it comes if it comes at the beginning of a sentence, it will be at-talibatu with a dhamma itself. Or if the noun does not have alif lam, then it will be talibatun with a dhamma tanween. Talibatun. But when it comes as an object of a verb, then instead of getting a fatha, it gets a kasra or a kasra tanween. So be sa'alatil mudiratu talibatin. If it's without alif lam, talibatin. So the kasra tanween is in the place of fatha. Or sa'alat al-mudiratu at-talibati. Because the alif lam, whenever there's alif lam, the noun is prevented from getting tanweens, therefore it gets one kasra.
Right.
And finally, jump number Jim, qara'tul majallata.
Majalla was this
Magazine.
magazines.
Yep.
So okay, qara'atu is fi'l.
Yep.
And file is hidden in there.
Yep. No, to is the file.
To is the file, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Qara'atu, so file is not mentioned by name. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's right.
So al majalla is reading majallata is reading magazine.
Yep.
So, I read magazine.
Yep, I read the magazine. And then the plural of al majallat, it's ending with alif and
alif ta.
Correct. And when it comes as an object, so what is the harakat of al majallat?
It's mansoob, but it's given a jar.
Excellent. Ahsantum. You understood it now, Sayyid.
Thank you, Jazakallah.
The thing is, I know this is quite tough because there's 15 different i'rabs with different words, so it takes a bit of time to get through this.
It's the only bit I have is a slightly weakness of understanding with the grammar because it's been a long time. I'm trying to touch up onto it, and then inshallah, hopefully, I'm going to give more time to it.
And you'll become a bulbul of Arabic then, inshallah.
Yeah. Inshallah.
Okay, ahsantum. So who is next? Sayyid, can you choose the next student, please? I think it was.
I will say Batul Ali.
Yeah, Sister Batul Ali.
Batul Ali.
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Alaikum salam. Let's read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead. خلق الله
خلق الله الشمس والقمر والنجوم والبحار والأرض والسماوات.
And what's the harakat of samawat? It's a sound, feminine plural. So
yeah,
who is the file? Excellent. Why is it a samawati?
Because it's sound feminine plural, and it's an object, and it has alif lam, so it will be samawati.
MashaAllah. So Sayyid Sajid became the
exactly. I know with him actually I also understood.
That's what I'm saying.
I have the same weaknesses which he was mentioning.
And he became the ransom bakara, the sheep. And you benefit from that. Right. Bismillah.
We learn from our mistakes. Imam Khomeini said that if you want to learn something and memorize and grasp, start teaching, even if you make mistakes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything good for memorization.
Absolutely. That's the reason why I encourage and I prefer students making mistakes, because it allows them to grow, and you need to cater for them in a manner that it's easier for them and comfortable. And alhamdulillah, that's the reason why everyone is doing so well. So alhamdulillah, it's good. And keep on making these mistakes, because by making these mistakes, you'll realize your mistakes which you're making. Otherwise, if you don't practice, you don't know how well you know.
Yeah, and the thing is that repetition also helps a lot.
We can repeat this while Sheikh is sometimes busy, and we can come online and probably discuss this between us, make mistakes, and then when the Sheikh is there, then we can also talk to him.
Yeah, so there's a hadith. There's a hadith. Man allama harfan faqad tagharrara alfan. Man allama harfan faqad taqarrara alfan. Whoever learns one thing, he repeats it 1,000 times.
So I think we should maintain that and bring that forward. If we have time, we should be able to discuss this amongst the students ourselves and fire questions with each other, and then wherever the mistakes are, we will be able to pick them up.
Inshallah. So inshallah, what I'll be doing as well is that once I've covered, as you say this, talking about this, once we've covered this lesson and covered the next phase, I know some students have requested for conversational Arabic. Then I will share with you conversational Arabic. Conversation. How are you? What are you doing? Where am I going? I want to eat this. I want to go to the shop. I will share conversational Arabic, like as you say, shop language, shop vocabulary, so that you get yourself trained to go to the shops and ask those questions correctly. So inshallah, we'll do that shortly, inshallah. But first of all, we just need to get ourselves prepared to read the Arabic text correctly. Right? Continue, sister.
Okay.
Sa'al al-abu.
سأل الأبو الأبناء والبنات.
Correct. What's the Sa'al al-abu al-abna'a wal-banati. The father asked who?
The father asked the sons
And
the daughters.
correct. So Sa'al al-abu al-abna'a. Abna'a is not ending with alif and ta, so that's a normal noun. So it gets a fatha as a maf'ul bihi. Al-banati is an alif ta, so ends with a kasra. Correct. Number 3.
Masculine plural, yeah. كتبت هذه الكلمات.
Alif lam is there. Cannot be tun.
Yeah, so kalimati.
Who wrote? What does katabtu mean?
Katabtu means he or
Ana,
she.
ana katabtu.
Katabtu, I wrote.
What did you write?
Words.
I wrote
These words. These
Correct.
words.
Number 4.
Ra'aytul atibba'a wattabibati.
Correct. Translation.
Ra'aytu. I saw the male doctors and female doctors.
Correct. Number 5.
غسل الولد السيارة.
Is it ending with alif and ta?
No.
So
then it will be dhamma.
Not as a
غسل الولد السيارة مفعول به.
Yes. So is the object. So maf'ul bihi is
So
always
it's the
mansub.
object. Always mansub. So fatha, it will come with end with the fatha, yeah?
Correct. So read the sentence. غسل الولد.
غسل الولد السيارة.
MashaAllah. Ahsanti. Sister Batul. MashaAllah.
Thank you so much to bear with us, to have patience with us.
Okay. Next person. Who's going to be next on the mic? I think it's going to be.
Sorry, Malana,
yes.
before you continue. So I've been noticing that the sound masculine plurals are last in the sentence. What if you put them before and not in the ending? So for example, Ra'aytul attiba'a wa tabibati. But if you said Ra'aytul attabibati attiba'a, does that make sense?
That's a really good question. It makes no difference, sister. It's a really good question. I understand where you're coming from. Would it make difference if you put the word atibba after atabibat? No, it doesn't. It will still remain with the same harakat because both of them are objects of the verb.
So it applies to everything, like katabtu hadhil kalimati. If I said these words I wrote, hadhil kalimati katabtu.
It will not make it won't make it. If you say katabtu al kalima hadhihi al kalim, so katabtu al kalimati, I wrote the words, it will remain the same. It doesn't change at all.
Okay.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Right.
Who did I request to come on the mic? Sister Mukarrama, would you be able to come?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. From number 6.
غسل الولد السيارة.
السيارات. Correct. And the translation is?
The boy washed the cars.
Correct.
أخذت الريالات يا بني.
Correct.
Did you take the money? Oh, my son.
Correct.
سأل بلال زملائه.
Correct.
Bilal asked his colleagues.
Correct.
سألت زينب زميلاتها.
Correct.
In this case, we can't put the kasra because it's a pronoun at the end.
أحسنت is مضاف مضاف إليه. أحسنتي.
Thank you. قرأت الكتب والصحف والمجلات.
Excellent.
I read the books and the papers.
Magazines. Over the newspaper and the magazines.
And the magazines. والمجلات. رأيت إخوة حامد وأخواته. I saw the brothers of Hamid and his sisters. قرأنا هذه الصفحات. You all read these newspapers.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. How many got left?
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, doctor.
In question 5, can you say غسل الولد سيارتي? Is it سيارته?
غسل الولد السيارة. Yeah, because it's doctor, it's singular, so it'll be غسل الولد السيارة. It will not be السيارة. In number 6, it will be غسل الولد السيارات, because it sounds feminine plural, so it will be السيارات.
That's plural, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take one question, sorry.
Yeah.
So in all these ones, like what tabibati, kalimati, because it's sound masculine plural and
Sounds
it has
feminine.
alif
No.
sound feminine plural,
yep.
And it has alif lam, so it ends it up in a kasra.
Correct.
And the first one, like ra'aytu sayyaratun, because
yep.
it doesn't have alif lam, then it will end up in a zamma tanween.
Fatha tanween.
Sorry?
Fatha tanween. Ra'aytu sayyaratan. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. In a fatha tanween.
Yeah, that's right.
So in which case it ends up in a zamma? It doesn't end up in a zamma.
Yeah, it can. For example, هذه سيارة. هذه سيارة. This is a car. So هذه is mubtada, سيارة is khabar. And always mubtada and khabar are in the state of marfu. You always get the dhamma or the tanween.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Who is meant to be next now? Sister Farhana, let's get you, and then I'll get Sister Huma on number 10. Bismillah.
Okay. Rewrite the following sentences using Hamzatul Istifham. Al-Biharu Jam'ul Bahri. Bihar is the plural of Bahr. Al-Biharu Jam'ul Bahri. So it's basically bringing this mad here.
Yeah, that's right.
Al-Biharu Jam'ul Bahri. So number 1 is Al-Ana Kharajta. You just entered.
Yeah, so Al-Ana Kharajta, did you leave now? Correct.
So Al-Ana Kharajta.
That's right. You just make it longer. Al-Ana Kharajta. So you just make it slightly longer to show that there's a question mark in front of it.
So it will say Al-Ana.
So if you say Al-Ana.
Al-Ana. Okay. Al-Ana Kharajta. So the meaning is, did you just
exited? Did you exit?
Okay. اليوم رجع أبوك من دمشق. your father returned from Damashq today.
Correct.
سؤال اليوم رجع أبوك من دمشق.
Correct.
المدرس مريض. The teacher is sick. المدرس مريض.
Correct.
المدير قال هكذا. The teacher, the principal said, this is it?
Like this. هكذا like this.
Like this. المدير قال هكذا. الطالب الجديد كسر هذا الكرسي.
The new student.
The new student broke this chair.
Yes.
الطالب الجديد كسر هذا الكرسي.
Correct.
هذا الطالب ضربك. This student hit you.
Excellent. So you just in here, there's nothing you have to do. You just put as normal. هذا الطالب.
هذا الطالب ضربك.
Yeah, so this is a normal sentence because ha not alif, there's no alif lam. So because, as you can see, there's no alif lam on hada. So you bring a standard. Hada talibu dharabaka. Did the student hit you?
Yeah. Okay.
Correct. Jazakallah. Thank you. Is that clear for everyone? So
so Sheikh, the statement is turned into a question.
Yes.
Right?
So what it's trying to teach is that whenever alif lam is coming al-biharu, and you want to say, is this the plural or is this something? And the noun after it is with alif lam. So alif hamzatul istifham plus al becomes al. Al. That's what it's trying to teach you, nothing else.
Okay.
It makes it slightly prolonged.
A statement turns into a question.
Question, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Sheikh.
Right. Sister Huma, number 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Man zarabuka.
No, number 10. Man khalaqaka.
Whereabouts?
Number 10. Answer the following question as shown in the example.
As shown in the examples. Man khalaqa. Khalaqni Allahu. Who created you? Allah created me. Man zarabaka. Who hit you? I would say Zarabta al-walidul lazi zarabni.
So man darabaka, who hit you? You hit me. Who hit you? You hit me. You could say
Zarabaka. Man zarabaka.
No,
hit you.
You
who
hit me.
You? Yeah, who hit me?
No. So man daraba, who hit you? You hit me. Darabta, darabtani.
Zarabta, zarabtani.
Yeah, so darabtani. You. So the question is man darabaka. Who hit you? You hit me. Darabtani.
Zarabtani.
Yeah.
Man salaka haza sawala. Who asked you this question? Al-muddarisu salaka.
It's a good question. So you could say, this is so you will say sa'alani al-mudarrisu.
Sa'alani al-mudarrisu.
Yeah, so the teacher asked me the question.
Ra'aka al-mudarrisu fil masjidi.
Yep. Did the teacher see you in the masjid?
See in the masjid? Naam.
Naam. Huwa ra'ani.
Ra'ani.
Yes, huwa ra'ani. So it means that ra'a means he saw me, meaning the teacher saw me.
Fil masjid, if I want to put it.
And number 2 again, let me test again. Man sa'alaka hadha su'al. Who questioned you this question? Who asked this question to you? So,
Al-mudarris.
Yeah, go ahead. Al-mudarrisu.
Al-Mudarrisu Salaka.
No, sa'alani, me.
Al-Mudarrisu Salani.
Yeah, so ni means me, asking me. The teacher asked me.
Al-Mudarrisu Salani.
And khalaqani Allahu, what does that mean?
Khalaqal Allah mean God created me. Allah created me.
Yeah, so like noon ya is been added. When he says darabani, means he hit me. Sa'alani, he asked me. Correct?
So what's the answer of number 1? Man zarabaka?
So man darabaka, you could say, as Sister Huma said as well, you could say darabani zaydun. Darabani, you could say darabani zaydun. Zayd hit me.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I want to say, sir, if I want to say nobody hit me.
Ma darabani. Ma, put ma in the front. Ma means not. Ma darabani. No one hits me.
If you say you hit me, that zarabatani.
No. Darabtani.
Zarabtani.
Yeah. So you add noon ya ta and add the noon and the ya together. Darabtani. You hit me.
So zarabta is for you and
Yeah.
ni.
It's for me.
Okay.
So Huma, is that clear?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Jazakallah. Sister, who's next? Sister Zabun Nisa, Bismillah, number 11. So I'll finish this exercise and that is it. I'm not going to do any more because we're already past our time. I do apologize. Sister, number 11.
11. تأمل الكلمة الآتية. معناه معناها.
So he's literally trying to teach whenever a word, the last letter is a ya, it will change into an alif and the pronoun will be added. Ma'nan becomes ma'nahu, ma'naha.
So learn the following words. Min plus ma becomes mimma. Mimma khalaqallahul insana. Khalaqahu min tin. Be plus ma, bima.
By
Bima
what? Bima means by what?
with what?
Yeah, with what?
With what? Bima khalaqtal hayyata.
Not khalaqta, qatalta.
Qatalta. Bima qataltal hayyata. Qataltuha bil hajar. I killed with the stone.
What did you kill the snake? Hayyata is snake.
Yeah. With what did you hit the snake? Qataltuha bil hajar. I killed it with the stone. Li plus ma lima. Why? Lima kharajta min al fasli. Why did you exit from the classroom? Kharajtu li annani maridun. I exited because I am sick.
Correct.
An plus ma amma, about what? Amma bahasta fil madrasati.
So you could translate it amma, you could translate for what? For amma, what for what?
About,
amma,
about
yeah,
what?
Yeah, for what? Yeah, for what?
You are looking in
the
the school.
Correct.
Ahastu an sa'ati. I was looking for my watch.
Correct.
Amma sa'altal mudarrisa. About what did you ask the teacher?
Excellent.
Sa'altuhu anil imtihani. I was asking him about the examination.
Excellent. Is this clear?
Yes.
Right. I think you're tired now. I would like to finish you off 13 and 14, but I think this would be more than enough because it'll be 10:30 and you got kids in the house. So I'll leave it there and then inshallah I'll continue it next week, inshallah. Right.
Inshallah.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Jazakallah khair jazak. Thank you ever so much. Inshallah, we'll meet up next week. Next week, it will have to be late. It will have to probably, I don't know, because of Mahi Ramzan next week and iftar as well, 8 o'clock. Then straight away, it'll be difficult. What time, if possible, if everyone's able. If not, then we'll leave it after Shahr Ramadan, inshallah. What time, if you want to do it, would be suitable? Or you want to leave it?
Before iftar.
Before 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. What fast track and Tuesday, late Tuesday will be together like today, just now.
6 o'clock. Let me check because I know. Okay, let me see what everyone says. But okay, that's fine. 6 o'clock, I'm happy with that. That's fine, inshallah, 6 o'clock. So inshallah, we'll see what they say. Okay, take that, fine. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajum. Jazakallah khair wa jazak. The iltimas as well, inshallah. I think tomorrow night is going to be the first of Mahr Ramazan. So inshallah, remembering you dua.